What's good, YouTube? Brett here with Grandpa's Treasure Shop. Today, it's going to be a real simple video where I'm going to show you how to package trading cards for eBay standard shipping option. If you're unfamiliar, traditional shipping options are usually $5+ normally, but eBay has this really cool shipping option for items that are less than 4 ounces. For example, you have it's an envelope option for trading cards and stickers and things of that nature that don't weigh very much. So without further ado, I'm going to show you how to do this. So we land on this screen, and this is where you do all your shipping settings. We have it set to 2 ounces. I'll show you why a little bit more in depth. So check this out. The costs are different. eBay's awesome. 1 ounce, which I don't usually recommend, but it's only 78 cents. It's pretty cheap. I usually go the middle ground because sometimes this is 107. Post office has trouble or something with the feeder, and then a 3 ounces is 136. You see anybody that's used to more traditional shipping options, if we go to 4 ounces, you'll see that's a traditional cheaper option and it's over $5. So now that we printed with our thermal printer, we have our shipping label right here. I'll just keep this face down since it contains customer information. I personally use these PJU top loaders. They are extremely thin, and then I include additional packaging for marketing reasons. But then all I do here is I'm just gonna put just a small piece of tape just right here so that the card doesn't slide out. People will get mad if it's not taped. Frankly, the card can slide around. I don't recommend using these for the eBay standard shipping option. Even if you do 3 ounce and pay more, there's a good chance that you're gonna run into the same issue that I did in the very beginning, and that was them getting returned as non-machinable from the post office, which is a ton of crap. It's not even true, not even accurate, because I would send out maybe 20+ orders a day in envelopes for trading cards, and at least 1 or 2 would come back as non-machinable. All I had to do was try to figure out how to avoid this and improvise. Even if it's correct or not, doesn't stop the fact that it's going to keep happening. I invested in these. I literally asked my local card shop how they do it, and this is what he recommended. Once we have that, I usually will do an additional piece of tape to keep it in place. So this additional piece of tape is going to go right here. What we need to do, but we are going to open up this envelope, put it in here, all the way in, and you want to make sure it's as flat as possible so there's no issues with the post office. The disputing process sucks, let me tell you, especially if you get a lot of these returned. Once that's secured, peel this. Sorry, I'm holding the camera with one hand. Literally, I usually just do it from the middle. Does it matter? Sometimes. Depends, because this could make your envelope shipment a little more poofy, which could run into issues. Then I'm going to take the shipping label and apply it right here, which I'm not going to do in this video because it has customer information. That is literally all it takes. This right here is the thermal printer that I use, and I highly recommend. It's a little crusty over here, but that's how you know I've been working hard. So literally 2 pieces of tape, the good top loaders, the thinnest ones, and yes, you are good to go. I hope you guys got some good value out of this, because this has been a trial and error for me this whole time that I've been doing this. And literally, this is what they look like. That's really all for this video. Got a whole lot of more tutorials coming, so definitely stay tuned. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that. Follow me for more. Until next time.